and all the people smile.
I feel no pain. It's not even a memory. My heart don't hurt. I feel like I could drift away. I feel no pain. Clouds gather peacefully. I feel no pain.
What's on, guys? Do we like the intro at the start of the video? Because I know the intro is sick and euphoric as fuck. I don't use it very often because for some reason the frames drop and it goes like really jolty at the start. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it, and that's why I don't use it. As summer and festival season is just around the corner, I am now cutting. I've been cutting for a few weeks, keeping it on the DL. The cut has admittedly not been great because I've been so stressed. Issues surrounding my life that I will discuss one day soon, and a lot of you guys have been asking about, but for now, we're not going to say anything. Today, I'm going to break my cut down, show you how I get shredded, show you how I do everything, week by week, step by step. I'm going to make changes to my diet, change things up, add in more things to like help me get shredded, and basically show you guys what I do along the way, and then like you can kind of follow through with it as well. I'm going to give you the document that I use that graphs all my weight, tracks all my weight, tracks my progress down in the description box below. I'll explain a bit more about that later. But yeah, I don't actually eat any food until about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So I like to fast throughout the day. Although there's like scientific research on intermittent fasting, which shows it does work, shows it doesn't work, I don't do it for that. I purely don't eat before 12 in the afternoon because it makes dieting for the rest of the day so much easier. I carb backload, so I save most of my carbohydrates and big meals until after a train towards the end of the day, and don't eat before 12 o'clock. Just so I find that fasting and only having water sets you up for the day, gets you in the right mindset, makes you more disciplined, and basically the whole day when dieting is so much easier. So, because I'm cutting, I cycle carbohydrates, and what that basically means is on days where I'm not doing any exercise or as much exercise, I eat less. I'll eat less and I'll have less carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are a source of energy. If you don't need more energy, you don't need more carbs. So today is going to be a low carbohydrate day for me. These are my macros for the day: protein, carbs, and fats. Today I'm not training, but on training days I'll have significantly more calories. First meal of the day, we had some beef like masa, no idea what it's called. We basically had some beef curry starting with M from Muscle Food, and that meal is basically just beef with like a curry sauce, and what I did was mix that in with 200 grams of broccoli, cooked this all up yesterday, had it today, and you've basically got low fat, low carbs, high protein, low calories for the first meal of the day. After that meal, I was still really hungry. What I did was I just had a monster, 0 calories, and that has made me not hungry anymore. The time now is about 1 o'clock. Me and Brandon are gonna try to do some fun stuff today. Not sure what yet. Before I make my next meal, I'm just gonna bust a nut of knowledge all over your face. Recently, I've had some issues with sticking to my diet. I'm a comfort eater. When I get stressed, I eat food, and my diet has been shit for the last few weeks, as you'll see in a minute. Earlier, I was thinking back to my competition prep and what I was doing on my prep that I'm not doing now. The main thing is having a goal, having a date that you want to get to a certain weight by. And for me this year, it's going to be festivals. Number 2 is what I'm doing today, and I think it's going to greatly help me. If you track your food and what you're eating every single day and do if it fits your macros, Google it if you don't know what it is I was planning my whole day of eating the day before. I would go into my Fitness Pal, the app I use to track my macros, put all my food for the next day in to make sure my macros are perfect, and then that way the next day I knew what I was eating already. So that's what I've done today. I already know what I'm going to be eating all day today, and that just kind of makes it less easier to cheat. You have like no excuse to fit things that you shouldn't be fitting into your diet really. What do you think of that monster?
It's long awaited. It's been sitting there for 3 days. We haven't had a.
It's not quite white though, is it?
You broke, and now we have to drink it.
I was meant to go on a no caffeine week because I've been having like 600 milligrams of caffeine every single day. I got sent this box of Monster from Muscle Food. I wasn't meant to drink it, but it was in like the corner, like tempting us, like the forbidden fruit.
If it's the forbidden fruit, then God is going to curse us with painful childbirth.
What?
When Eve eats the forbidden fruit, God curses her with painful childbirth.
You've read the Bible, haven't you?
I've read the Bible, yeah.
Wow. I'm going straight to hell. Meal number 2, we've got 2 whole medium eggs, 200 mils of Muscle Food egg whites. This is just pure protein, no fat, no carbs, 0 calorie cooking spray. Bit of salt. Salt intake does not matter from a body composition point of view. From a health point of view, like blood pressure and stuff, you don't want to be having too much salt. But like from the way you look, over long term, if you're having a lot of salt, it's not really not going to affect the way your body looks. When people say, oh, it makes you retain water, yes, if you have more salt than you normally do. But if you keep like a constant amount of salt in your diet, your body's going to get used to that, and you're going to look exactly the same. flat edge.
Dude, you really fucked this pan up.
I am 100% severely addicted to caffeine. Like this morning, I was feeling so grumpy and so angry with absolutely everything. I've lost the key for the back door. It just like ruined my day and was the end of the world. And I was so fucking mad. Had that monster, and now I'm like completely I reckon this is how like meth addicts feel, bro. Like times 100. I'm a monster addict. Right, light Marge. I track everything. Like I know roughly how much one spread weighs. I track the ketchup. I track the Marge. Like it's already in my Fitness Pal. I basically made a recipe on the app, so every morning I just click this meal, and it adds the whole meal into my macros for me. That is approximately 30 grams of low sugar ketchup. I used to weigh it every time I put ketchup and Marge onto my food, but like I've done it so many times, I know what 30 grams of ketchup looks like. Meal number 2, this is probably gonna be the meal that I have before the gym, and then when I get back, I'm gonna have something like a bit more bigger, a bit more carbier. Is this anabolic enough for you?
Personally, this meal isn't anabolic enough for me. What I would do is replace the bread with an no. Where the fuck did you lose the key?
I don't know, Brandon. Might be the one. I'll get another pair of them. We're just about to go out and do some stuff in the sea. Meal number 3 is going down now. 2 small bananas, 4 lightly salted rice cakes, and 30 grams of smooth peanut butter, and a little bit of cinnamon on that. And we just got a salad with balsamic dressing and 30 grams of cheese. Cutting is all about eating high volume foods. So you want foods that are low in calories but high in volume, aka they fill up a lot of space in your stomach. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna basically keep you fuller for longer. I'm about to give you the secret to getting shredded, the holy grail of shreds. I put my success when it comes to getting shredded and dieting and basically my physique in general down for this one thing that I do. And that is an Excel document that tracks everything, tracks your progress, visualizes data, and is a plan, a blueprint for cutting and getting shredded. I do it when I bulk as well, but I think cutting is so much more important. So all my weights, all my dates, all my goals, my macronutrients, my calories, my training is all put on an Excel document that I use to track. So basically everything goes on this Excel document. It allows me to do one of 2 things. Number 1 is it keeps me accountable to my goals. It gives me a goal. If I've got an event or something that I want to get to a set weight to, I set goals with dates. So for example, a festival, a holiday, I want to get to this weight by this date. It's on paper. I can see me getting closer and closer and closer to it every single day. It's so important to have goals, long-term and short-term. And if you don't have goals, you're gonna really struggle staying accountable and staying like on track with your diet. Number 2 is it allows me to visualize data and control variables. If I know exactly what I'm doing and it's all written down and I'm not losing weight, I can just make a tweak on one of the variables. If I'm just randomly eating food and just happen to be losing weight and I stop losing weight, it could be so many things that's stopping me from losing weight. Like I have no idea. So every single variable I track and account for, my steps, my calories, my training, like everything is there, everything is sorted. If you guys like this video and want more, I'll add more information week by week when I do more full days of eating, explain things further, and as I progress into my cut, I add more things and I do more things and make it a bit more complicated. So we'll build up on the information. This is the one that I'm using right now. As you can see, I've been cutting for a total of 36 days so far, keeping it on the DL, and it looks daunting as fuck at first, but we're gonna start from the bottom and work our way up. On the left, what we've got is the day, we've got the date, we've got the day of the week here, we've got my morning weight in pounds. I take it every single morning so I can make any adjustments, calories, proteins, carbs, and fats, and then some of my calories, which is a combination of protein, carbs, and fats, just to make sure everything's worked out correctly. Any notes to do with what I'm doing? Let's go over here. We got my weekly average weights, which is my weight from the entire week averaged, predictive average, so this is what I should be at, and then the change in weight here. Like you can see in the first 2 weeks, I gained 0.2 pounds. Down here, I had a very stressful time, as you can see. The most important things for me are the graphs. They allow you to visualize data. And here is a graph of the weekly average. So each data point is a weekly average weigh-in. Weeks down the bottom, weight on the left. And as you can see, the green line is my weekly average weight. So that's going all over the place, up and down. Blue line is the trend line of my weekly average weight. So that's going to predict where my weight is going to go if I keep going as I am. And the black line is my goal. That's what I want to get to. That's what I want to be following. So as you can see, the blue line, which is predicting my weight, the trend line, I need to drop some more weight in order to get that back into the right place. But that's only up because I had such a terrible week with stress and emotions and traveling and stuff. So that will come down soon. Here we have a graph that looks at daily weight change. So I've been cutting for 35 days in total here, weight on the left. and you can see that your weight fluctuates massively daily. So if we're just looking at the numbers, it might look like I'm gaining weight and you might panic and reduce calories too low. But by looking at this blue line here, which creates an average of all the daily data points, we can see that there's a decrease in weight. My average weight is going down, and that's what we want to see beautifully. Like if you look at this area here, that's been shit. I stayed the same weight for what, like a week, gained weight just due to stress and stuff. And now that I'm happy again, everything's going to resolve. My weight loss is going to be beautiful and life is freaking good. And let's imagine I'm setting up my cut again. So to calculate my macros, what I'm going to do is this. I've got like a more inclusive video that I've uploaded last year. So if you guys want to check out that, that's somewhere in my old uploads, go look for it. So for calories, what do we do for calories? First thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to know what my maintenance calories are, the amount of calories I need to maintain my weight. If you don't know this, just go online and search maintenance calorie calculator. Quite often they're a bit inaccurate. So finding your maintenance calories might take a bit of tweaking. Like you might have to add a few calories in or take away a few calories until your weight is staying constant. But I know my maintenance calories is around 3,400 calories per day. So we'll put that in there. So proteins, how much protein do I want to be eating on this cut? So for protein intake, I would recommend anywhere between 0.8 to 1.4 grams of protein per pound of lean body weight. I'm about 180 pounds, absolutely dick skin shredded. I like to go for the number 1.2 grams per pound of lean body weight. 180 pounds, which is my body weight when I'm very lean, times 1.2, and that's going to equal 216 grams of protein. Let's just make that 220 because it's a nicer number and it doesn't really matter as long as the calories add up. So put that in there. So then it will work out my carbs and fats for me at 3,400 calories. I want my fat intake to be 25% of my total calories. So I've put in a formula here in the cell where you literally just put in your calories and it'll work out 25%. So I want to be eating 94 grams of fat. As for carbohydrates, that will also be all worked out for me, and that is my maintenance macros of my cut. That is what I'm going to start on. So if I didn't know my maintenance, I'd run this amount for a few days, see if my weight stayed roughly the same. Then if it did, I'd know that I have my maintenance calories. What I'll then do is take away a couple of hundred calories per day. So let's say I want to go down to 3,200 calories, 220 grams of protein, and then my fats and my carbs are going to be all worked out for me. So that is in short how you work out your macronutrients. I'll add things like carb cycling. Comment down below if you want me to explain things like carb cycling and refeed days. I'll do that in another video. A few other things, a few variables I'm going to control is the amount of steps I'm doing per day. I want to be hitting 5k steps minimum per day. If I haven't got that, I'll go out and go for a walk. I also want to be doing a little bit of cardio. So I say no cardio here, but what I actually mean is I'll do 3 cardio sessions per week. That's just going to be a 10-minute warm up, walking on treadmill, maximum incline before every session. The next 3 minutes of this video are a sponsor review by Muscle Food. So if you want to skip it, just skip ahead like 3 minutes. If you want to skip it, it's like 3 minutes long, but it'd be cool if you watched it. If you've been following my YouTube channel for a long time, you will know that I don't do sponsored posts. If a company wants to send me stuff, I will open it because it's cool, but I've never actually done like a sponsored video. This is gonna be my first sponsored video, and I just wanna say the reason that I've never done sponsored posts, if I don't like the products or I don't agree with what they're doing, I'm not gonna take money from them to promote it to you guys and like pretend that I do. So we got like a 2-3 minute review. Muscle Food sent me a load of stuff, asked me to review their new DUT, Do the Unthinkable program, sent me like 5 days worth of food and meals. This is a review and overview of the brand new DUT program. This is 5 days worth of meals. Basically a bundle that you purchase, and when you get the bundle, you get all of your meals. So you get 3 meals a day, you get breakfast sorted, you get lunch sorted, and you get dinner sorted. After you've made your selections online and let the coaches at Muscle Food know what your goals are, the food then arrives. You're given a home training program to follow, and you're given all of your meals every single day. You get breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then 2 snacks to eat throughout the day. For breakfast, we've got porridge. Talk snacks. We've got the PhD Diet Away protein bars. These are basically low carbohydrate, moderate fat, high protein. If I'm not training till later, or if I've trained in the morning, I'll quite often have these low carb protein bars spaced away from my training, as I'm not gonna need the carbohydrates. So beef biltong and beef jerky, 23 grams of protein in these and around 5 grams of fats. Barbecue zippers, these are like protein crispy snack things. More protein crisps, and then high protein white chocolate soft bakes. I'll let you guys into a little secret, I actually already ate one of them. You also get included spicy marinated chicken on a stick. and these things are delicious. High protein pizza.
Okay, going over the meals. These have just been released. We've got chicken satay, barbecue chicken. You put them in the microwave for about 2 to 3 minutes. We've also been given these tomato soup, pad thai, Persian lime and chicken and quinoa, beef lasagna with Italian vegetables. I'll probably have all these ones for lunch because you just put them in the microwave.
Because all the meals are already prepped and you get pretty much everything given to you, you don't have to worry about calculating your diet or your macronutrients or all this stuff. You literally online, you put your weight in, you put your height in, you put your age in, you put the amount of activity that you're doing. The guys at Muscle Food behind the scenes do the rest all for you. I'd say this plan's suitable for 3 different types of people. I'd say people that are very busy, they want to make a change of a diet, they want to be healthier, they want to get fitter, but they simply can't find the time to do that. Number 2, someone just starting out in fitness. They know what they want to do, but they don't really know how to do it. They just want a little bit of extra help getting there because obviously diet is one of the most important things when it comes to training and changing a physique. And number 3, people that are into fitness and are just absolutely useless at cooking. I'll talk about the training guide really briefly. You train for no more than 3 days a week and all the workouts are done at home. It's gonna be most suitable for someone that maybe has minimal training experience, people that maybe used to train but don't train anymore. What I really like about it is all the meals are protein packed, made from whole good sources of veggies and carbohydrates. The amount of protein they've given me here based on the stats that I provided them is gonna be sufficient for me to grow. So the only thing I can say is there could maybe be a few more carbohydrates for someone of my level of exercise. For the majority of people, the protein intake, the meals, the guys have got that pretty much spot on, so I can't really flaw them there. And at the end of the day, this isn't made if you want to be like some massive bodybuilder. This is for people looking to get lean, looking to slim down, looking to tone up. It's not necessarily aimed at bodybuilders. This is more aimed at the average person or someone just starting out. The training guide, again, understand it's more from a beginner's like standpoint. If you want to bodybuild, it's not going to be optimal. But if you're like working in a city, you haven't really trained, you don't have time to go to the gym, it's all home-based workouts. Or if you've just never been to the gym and want to do some training before you go to the gym, it'll be great for that. Now we got meal number 4, which is going to be like a bit of a broy meal. 210 grams of chicken breast baked, goes in the oven for about half an hour, 40 minutes for 180 degrees, 75 grams of rice and 150 grams of broccoli. And that's going to be meal number 4. Also going to have about 30 grams of this sauce. This stuff's called Crucial's yogurt and mint sauce. Almost certain that they put crystal meth in this. Like, it's basically pure fat. Rice out the rice cooker, that's 150, worth 75 today, 75 tomorrow.
What?
You just eat my fucking chicken breast that I was gonna eat now.
You just said you put it in the oven.
Did you just eat both of them?
You said you put it in the oven.
Did you just eat both my fucking chicken
You
breast?
said it was in the oven.
Bro, I'm so hungry! Oh, fuck!
I asked you if you wanted the enchilada.
I didn't realise you cooked it in my fucking food.
No. The chicken breast that Mo was meant to eat. It's in my enchilada.
In the fridge, I said, Brandon, are you gonna have a piece of chicken? He's like, yeah. So instead of one piece of chicken, Brandon decides to eat both pieces of fucking chicken.
Dude, eat the steak. Eat the steak.
Shut your fucking mouth. No! Seeing as Brandon ate my chicken, I'll show you guys how to cook it real quick. We've got 2 breasts, so I have one today, one tomorrow, and then I'll have like a meal made for tomorrow as well. Got to look at the bright side, even though Brandon ate my chicken that I was looking very forward to. But how funny would it be if you like chopped off your finger on camera?
Mate, you seriously fucked that one up.
Shut up, bro. My channel actually has no swearing on it at all. Please refrain from using such profanities. You fucking cunt. Very garlic clove in my head.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's fucking hard. Oh, I don't want to break my nose in here. Oh, fuck. This is like the next level. We got to break one of these. Ow! Fuck! Oh, fuck! Oh my god! Fuck! Bam! That's meal number 4. We just got back from the beach. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm gonna have oats as my last meal of the day. Like, when I first started going to the gym, I literally couldn't eat like 30 grams of oats at a time. But when I make them like this, I could probably eat like half a kilo of oats because they taste so damn good.
Dude, you could eat 500 grams of oats.
Challenge accepted. I reckon I could, dude. Wait until I bulk. Dude, you need to try this if you haven't already. 200 mils of almond milk. Far fewer calories. Shit, I should have mixed the whey in first, dude. Rookie error.
No, don't mix the whey. No, are you gonna microwave it?
Yeah.
You should never microwave way fucks up the protein. It breaks the molecules down.
Not true.
Yes, it is.
Bro science. By that logic, cooking your food denatures the proteins.
Don't do it.
It's not true, dude. It's not true. It's bullshit. I should have put the whey before the milk in because it mixes better. But I've kind of fucked this, so just gonna like mix it in.
I'm the king of bro science.
I know. I'm telling you. No, it's like
Represent,
loads
dude.
of people. It's like very widely. I'm certain that microwaving protein does not denature it. So this is like an essential element of this. Okay, a little bit of baking powder to make it rise into like cakey oats. Gonna add 100 grams of mixed berries for those micros. 100 grams of mixed berries are like 20 calories. Oh, there's a pea in there.
Ah, you've also fucked up again.
Bro, don't knock it, dude. Try
Dude,
this.
you're meant to put the berries in last, so they're cold with the heat.
Old frozen
Because
berries.
then they
in your
melt in the oats.
Nah, that's horrid, bro.
Ah!
This is the bit that makes all the difference, right? Low fat, natty yogurt. All natural, like Brandon. If it doesn't say natural in it, then the yogurt isn't natural and it'll make you unnatural. So I'm gonna put like 5 drops of flavor drops in. Okay, so what I have is I'll normally have the Muscle Food stevia drops, or I'll have my protein toffee flavor drops. Chuck a load of those into unflavored natural yogurt, mix it all up, and it makes like the tastiest, creamiest, like toffee flavored dessert thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pour 100 grams of that over the oats with some snickerdoodle flavored almond butter. But if you don't have this, like peanut butter or any kind of nut butter is basically gonna do the same thing. Bro, you ever tried these flavor drops before? Okay, no calories in these. You know what plain yogurt tastes like, yeah? Kind of shit. How good is that? That's a fucking game changer, isn't it?
Oh my
exact same
days.
macros. It tastes like toffee
Dude, I
ice
want
cream.
a little bit more.
Yeah, of course, dude. Put that shit in your oats, bro.
Oh my god. That's insane.
Too much almond milk. 3 minutes in the microwave. 100 grams going in. 70 grams of oats, 100 grams of natural yogurt, 2 teaspoons of nut butter, 200 mils of almond milk, 100 grams of frozen mixed berries, and that's pretty much it. The macros are like that. High carb, high protein, high fat. Pretty much like a sick all-round meal. This is the most incredible thing I've ever eaten. That was my full day of eating, low carb day. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a high carb day because I'm training a big chest intensity session. I'll explain more in depth about my diet and how I do things and like elaborate on the spreadsheet and stuff like that if you guys want to see it. The macros are absolutely perfect today. I'm not feeling too hungry going to bed, considering like I'm always hungry when I cut because that's just how I get. But I've had lots and lots of high volume foods today, so it really isn't too bad. High carb day tomorrow, like I said, so carbs are gonna be a lot higher and they'll be going a lot more higher in calories and carbohydrates, and life is all good. And then the day after that, I'll have a refeed day. It's like 12 o'clock. I'm gonna go to bed. I really need to sort out my sleep schedule. I slept for 10 hours last night. That's how like fucked I was. Hopefully we'll get a new low weigh in tomorrow. But until next time, peace out. I love you. Bye.